Big contrast to the game here at the Stadion an der Hafenstraße last season. Goalless at half-time. It was then Lilly Butchler who gave Essen a lead that they weren't undeserving of, given the way that they had held Wolfsburg in check on that occasion through what was the first 51 minutes when Butchler broke the deadlock. However, the lead lasted only a matter of minutes. Vivian Enderman scoring against her former side, the club she left last summer. Part of a magnificent debut season for Wolfsburg. Marina Hagering then also scored against her former club. Wonderful effort from long distance before Eva Payo completed what then looked like a relatively routine win when it was anything but. The other victories of Wolfsburg in the Outer Stadt, 6-0 and 9-0, certainly were more convincing. And the scorelines did tell the full story of both. A one in midfield. Wolfsburg looking to go through the gears again. There you see Minga as she just slots in amongst the two centre-backs. Offers an extra layer of protection against counter-attacking situations, but gives her a better overview of proceedings, and if anything, maybe after taking the lead. It's a defensive shift from Tommy Stroth, involving his goal scorer. Scored 27 goals in 186 appearances for Freiburg. Now opens her account for her new club, Janina Minga, seen as the replacement for Lena Oberdorf, but I think already in her short time with the She-Wolves has shown that she has a little bit more versatility to her game at the very least. Still has the same level of goal threat though. Marcus Högner will be mightily disappointed with the manner in which his side just conceded though. It's one thing to concede from a set piece, it's another to concede from one that you defend so poorly. Teasing ball forward, falls to Svendis Jonsdottir. Tried to wrap her foot around it. Always leaning backwards though. Has scored already once this season against Leipzig. But after having such an injury-hit campaign last season, something tells me the Icelandic international will be focused predominantly on her fitness and not her goal-scoring record. The fact is, though, she is one of the most exciting players in the Frauen Bundesliga. Get the ball at her feet and anything is possible. Get the ball in her hands and anything is possible as well. Given the propensity for a long throw, it's a weapon in and of itself. This time, clips in the cross. It's a good one as well in Enderman. Difficult to take first time. But it was a chance. Enderman, who scored in all 3 games against her former side last season. She got 1 in the 3-1 win here at the Stadion an der Hafenstraße, 1 in the 6-0 win at the AOK Stadion, and then 3 in the 9-0 win in the Outer Stadt back in March. 5 of the 20 goals she has scored in 39 previous appearances for Wolfsburg. Of course, it was she that scored the opener against Bayern, the all-important opener, capitalising on a terrible pass from Jovana Damjanovic. Still had a lot of work to do, though, and produced a magnificent finish. It was a goal that really played into Wolfsburg's hands as they stifled Bayern. Minge. No foul on Maya, who's not happy about the decision. But her pressure on Hagering ultimately sends it out for a throw-in. Tommy Stroot credited his back line for winning the match against Bayern, in light of the Bavarians' individual quality in his eyes. Something tells me he'll be looking for his attacking department to win the game today, because so far the defence is standing firm against some promising moments from Essen, but they are fleeting at best for the home side and still waiting for their first shot on goal of the game. Not even on target, just on goal. There, a look at the statistics. Maybe now the first chance of the game for the home side. Lily Perchula. Slim pickings in the final third. Maya did well there to turn in the box. And now the drilled wide. Interesting to note the lack of appeals there from Ramona Maya, because it looked like there was a hefty tug on the arm after she had turned so well in the box. It wasn't the tiniest of challenges from Janina Minge, who, as mentioned, was the guilty party in conceding a penalty in midweek. But Ramona Maya didn't protest at all, which suggests that it was more of an issue of her being off balance, and that particular replay was perhaps the most conclusive in that regard, though I think Marcus Högner perhaps making the point on the sidelines. In the end, Kowalski did have the chance, fired wide with the first shot of the game from SGS Essen. Took 33 minutes to be registered. Fell to the player that they would have wanted it to. Hoot, lovely pocket of space between the lines. Finds nyzDU. Now Lindner. Berenstein's up for it, but underneath it, Enderman still alive. And now cleared by Kowalski, who can set Elmatzi on the run. Wedemeyer with a vital touch there, just to stifle the counter-attacking opportunity. Lynn Wilms has been in incredible goal-scoring form, but gets a well-deserved rest after what was a very tough night at the office for the Dutch right-back against Lyon. Marcus Högner got a yellow card for his protestations about the potential penalty there. He's not been happy with a fair few decisions. Now needs to watch what he says. nyzDU. Again, there was the flick on. That second ball not being won by anyone in white. And that second ball is the all-important one right now. Nice ball out wide. Linda again. Forced backwards now, Wolfsburg. The press was good, but the pinch outplayed. Now Lena Latvain, edge of the area. Down the other end it goes, and Enderman, it's another difficult to take volley for the former Essen winger, who is frustrated but doesn't need to be so down on herself given the degree of difficulty involved in the 2 chances she has had. This one certainly even harder than the first, especially given the fact she tried to take it with the outside of her boot there. There again, I mean, yeah, I think, I'll be honest, I genuinely believe that Ramona Meyer's reaction is the telling factor there, because if Meyer had felt that Minge had really pulled her to ground, I think we would have seen Meyer making a strong case there. It's one of those moments, it's a difficult move to pull off, trying to turn in such a tight space and maintain your balance. I think you can just go back a few minutes as well. Before that, Meyer was frustrated with the decision that didn't go her way. The reaction was quite vivid. She then charged down Marina Hegering in her frustrations. So the fact that there was no reaction whatsoever, I think is almost an admission that it wasn't a penalty. Final touch off of Enderman. ...50 appearances, 16 goals for SGS Essen, Vivian Enderman. It was Wolfsburg sporting director Ralf Kellerman who credited her with having an incredible CV for someone of her age before joining Wolfsburg back in the summer of 2023. Given her form last season and in the current campaign, Enderman, one of the somewhat surprising omissions from Christian Wuchs' first ever Germany squad. Though she is one of the players that, should there be an injury in the ranks, she might get a late call-up. So she's on reserve right now, so to say. Charges down the cross there, does come in, Hegering. Commanding header at the back, Berenstein's going the wrong way. Rare chance on the counter here for Wolfsburg, given the fact that Essen have pushed up, and it might still be alive. Long ball to Enderman. It is, it's a 4-on-4 break here. Well, just stopped in its tracks there by that touch by Enderman. Does well to retain possession. Cheeky nutmeg on El Matzi. Goes from a counter-attacking situation to, again, Wolfsburg just wanting to restore an element of control on proceedings. Clearly, that has been something that has been a clear message in training from Tommy Stroot in the lead up to this game, in the aftermath of the defeat to Lyon. Lovely turn by Berenstein. Bursting into the box now. Lilith Berenstein! Hooks intervene so that Sophia Winkler doesn't have to. Quick turnover. A flap of the arms there from Lily Purchler, who has had no joy, it's fair to say, across the first just under 40 minutes. Same could be said of the Essen side in general. Given the onslaught they have been facing, perhaps fortunate to only be a goal behind, but then again you can credit the defensive diligence of Marcus Hergener's charges in the fact that the 13 shots that Wolfsburg have mustered up now, the majority of which have been half or quarter chances at best. Jonstotir now looking to fashion another Latvain. Is there a foul there? Not in the eyes of Karolina Wacker. Lena Latvain, like Vivian Enderman, on reserve for the German national team, felt she was pushed there in the back and I don't really think there was enough of a push there from Ramona Meyer to warrant a free kick. Meyer is a physical player, but a slight nudge is the least of what she can bring to the table in a challenge. Latvine now has more space and decides not to shoot. Winkler was ready. Laura Pux continues to excel at centre-back for Essen. She was arguably one of the best centre-backs in the Frauen Bundesliga last season as Essen finished 4th. Just 20 years old. I mean, look at the back line for SGS Essen. The youth. You just can't escape it. Paula Flach, 21 at left-back. Laura Pux, 20 at centre-back. Partnered by 22-year-old Vanessa Fürst. Becca Sterner, the captain, 21 years old. Sophia Winkler, also 21 years old. All players that you could make a strong argument have a bright future ahead of them. Paula Flach and Vanessa Fürst, side from Duisburg in the summer, the relegated side. It was a tough old season for them last time out, but hoping for more positive experiences with SGS Essen. Ball through to Linda. Only one in the middle to aim for. More arriving. nyzDU. Oh, she went for the audacious. Would have been amazing had she pulled it off. Came all the way through to Wedemeyer, who gets it back here from Hoot. One-on-one with Paula Flach. That trademark ponytail of Paula Flach's. Hoot now whips one in. It's dangerous. Winkler saw it the whole way, though the sun awkward there in the eyes of Essen's undisputed number 1, even if she wears the number 12. Or used to, excuse me. Swap of shirts between her and Kim Sinderman in the summer. Deservedly so as well, it has to be said. Wenderman, nice idea to try and let it run. Again, just incredibly proficient defending from Laura Pux. 20 years old, never loses her cool, and what an outlet pass to find Lily Percher as well at the end of it all. Maybe a chance on the break, but the pass went the wrong side for Elmatzi to get on the end of. Well won by Flach again. Not surprising that her and Vanessa Fürst were picked up by a bigger club, given the fact that they were arguably the two stand-out outfield players. Ina Mahmutovic, the goalkeeper, picked up by Bayern to play deputy to Marla Gross. They've settled in quickly with their new side. Wedemeyer. Got the cross all wrong there. Ooh. Lovely nutmeg, not the first this afternoon either. Someone started the trend and everyone's following it. Svenja Hoot. A little wrestle there with Ramona Meyer momentarily, but gives it away, and now the break is on. Right at the end of the first half, it's a one-woman show with Lauretta Almaty. And she just can't quite complete the solo mission. Final action of the first half. The game plan for Essen is clear. Absorb pressure, stifle Wolfsburg's attacking qualities and break on the counter. Their chances have been few and far between. One goal scored by Wolfsburg from a corner, courtesy of Janina Minge, her first as a Wolfsburg player. That's what separates the sides. At the break, it is Essen 0, Wolfsburg 1.
Hello zusammen, sorry für die kurze